respect you're asking for yourself,
You
Hey,
man.
guys
love,
are such crybabies.
love. I'm a very good listener, right? And what you said was, and I assume you said that, so correct me. Leadership and masculinity is not an on and off. It's something that you are. But then you said that these women are masculine, and they always say, "If I meet the right man, I will be feminine." Right? So men have to be exactly what they are: static, masculine, stoic forever, no matter what situation. They can say, depend on the situation, depend on where I am, I'm going to defer control to amp. This is his panel. I'm going to actually lower my ego, lower my tone, and let him lead. But women that are hyper masculine, that cut each other like that they literally want to have depends on the relationship, that want to do everything, they have the right to say, I am only this because it's necessary. When I meet my right man, I will fall in my femininity. Do you think that's actually something that it happens, or do you think it's just game that women run for excuse to be masculine?
Can I say something? Are you asking the panel or are you asking Love?
No, I'm asking
Go,
love, but the
go,
panel
go,
can go.
go,
The panel,
go,
the
go,
panel.
Dana. Go, Dana.
Go ahead.
Go,
There's
go.
there's okay. So there's no way we're women. There's no way for us to exist, behave outside of our femininity. It's innate. It's who we are. There's no such thing as resting in my femininity or somebody triggering my femininity or me turning it on or off. That it just can't happen. It doesn't happen that way because we're women and we're feminine. That's our nature.
So when you
Can
were
I?
cussing Trigger Mike like a sailor, were
Right,
you being feminine that day?
No, I was drunk that day.
Oh,
right,
you
right.
were
That's fine.
drunk.
No, no, Fatty, but that's fine.
Oh,
Uh, hey,
oh.
love. Let me ask you a question.
Do you see this
Shout out
bullshit?
to Johnny Walker Blue
But
Label.
do you see
And
Ali?
Dana.
Ali,
No, no,
I
watch,
just
watch. I'm gonna get to your point, Fatty.
yeah,
Watch,
this
watch
is
this.
just
Hey,
a man. You see
hey,
what I'm talking about?
hey, Hamp. The same way we said they changed the rules to keep their femininity and their being virtuous women to get married, right? And they're asking, Love's asking for an actual leader of men, right? Are they okay with us going back to how men used to lead? If Dana was disrespectful, Love was disrespectful, a man got physical. A man put you in your place. He made you be a good woman if you were acting out of line. I don't know why you're looking like that, bro. But if we're act according to nature, just like anything else in nature, if men are actual leaders, you're gonna do exactly what he just told you to do. If he says jump high, jump, you're gonna say how high. If he tells you to go left, you didn't go left, I'm gonna make you go left. You don't want those type of men. You don't want dominant men. You don't want those type of leaders because
I,
to those men, excuse me, Dana,
no, I'm
that's
so, go
toxic.
ahead,
That's
finish.
toxic for you. So if you want us to really get back in our leadership positions to make sure the woman's doing what she's supposed to be doing, to make sure other men are doing what they're supposed to be doing, make sure kids are doing what they're supposed to do, I'm gonna redirect you first. Then I'm gonna shame you. Then I'm gonna punish you. And if I punish you, you stay and listening, I'm gonna take you out. Y'all don't want those type of men. That's what men would do as leaders. That's all toxic today now. So just make
Ali,
sure y'all address that point.
All I
Ali,
heard, I'm sorry, all I heard was you gonna put hands on a woman. I'm sorry,
Oh,
like
here
you.
it comes with the
Right.
So
victim.
I
that,
know.
ooh,
I know.
Let them
so I'm
reply.
not.
I'm interested in the reply. Go,
ooh.
go
I,
ahead.
just, I just
I'm
want.
just
I'm just trying to listen. So you're
Then
saying if the
Dana.
woman is not listening, that's what you feel like
Okay.
you should have to resort to. Like we
Hey
have to
Nate.
go back to that.
Hey Nate, if we have a kid and my son ain't listening to you and he disrespects you or do anything to you to violate you, should I be able to spank him?
You weren't
You
talking
should be able
about.
to talk to him.
Let
You,
y'all can
you
y'all
should be,
hold? Can you hold? Can I be able to spank him?
I think you should be able to talk to him first.
If he touches you and violates, should I be able to touch him?
Okay, yeah.
If our daughter does that, should I be able to do it?
I'm different when it comes to girls. I'm
oh
sorry.
It-
shit.
I
okay, that's fine.
am.
Right, that's fine. If a man is doing something towards you, can I get violent with him?
If a man is doing something towards me and you as my
Yeah,
man,
yes.
yeah, man to a
Right.
man.
So what y'all demonstrate on here every single day is that you don't want nobody to put you in your place. You want men to be put in their place.
Talk.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
Y'all don't want to have the responsibility and duty to be women or be put in your place when you're out of line, but you're real quick to make sure you put men in line when they're out of place and when they're wrong. And all of us will come together. Me, Hamp, Fatty will say, hey, man, if you're out of line, I believe we should go back to a society where men should be get checked. Kids should get checked. The boy should get checked. Y'all don't want to get checked. You want to be able to do whatever you want to do and violate to the point that you even do what's in fake best in your best interest because you're violating yourself. If we don't have family structure, if we're not invested in you being the best you can be, there's no family. There's no gender war, because if one of us lose, we all lose. So if we don't make sure that you're moving the best you can be in being love, and you have that structure around you, and we invested in homosexuality, we invest in obesity, we invested in thought culture, there is no woman either. So if you don't let us make sure we check and be those leaders, you can't ask us to be leaders if we don't have no authority over you. It's just
Then
simple as that.
Ali,
Well, I want to get another answer. Go ahead, Dana. Go ahead, Dana, for
I was
that
gonna
question.
say, Ali, I hear what you're saying, but the problem that I'm having with what you're saying is that you're equating, and let me finish before you interrupt. The problem is you're equating leadership and physical abuse. Like there's no way to lead without if because you're talking about reverting back to old ways. You're talking about reverting back to old ways. So in a different time, if I'm gonna discipline or if I'm gonna lead, then I should be able to put hands on you. That shit is fucking wild, bro. That shit is nuts. And so you can't equate the two. Okay, so if you want to be a leader, then lead, but that does not. The two don't make sense.
The way it came out to me was that the best way to lead is you got to put your hands. Like I'm sorry, that's what I heard.
That's how it came. I'm telling you, that's how
that's what I heard.
Hold on, Ali. Again, I don't think that's what you meant. I hope it's not what you meant, but that's how it came across.
Let me clarify.
Let me. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me just. I just want to clear. Yeah, because they can hear me a little bit better sometimes. Did you hear he went to the entire maturation process of discipline?
Exactly.
You remember he said he gonna correct her, right? Verbally. Shame comes next, right? It's a process. So at a point, if anybody that you have authority over stops listening, at a point, physically, you might have to discipline them. So he's saying, is that what we need to go back to in order to get everybody?
That sounds like slavery. I'm sorry.
Amp, that's why I wanted Amp. That's why I wanted. Give me just 1 second so we can make this.
No, Fatty, let me go first.
Dana, 1 second.
Let's see, Fatty. Let's see if she understands, and then you can go, Fatty. Let's see if she understands, and then you can go.
No, I do understand what you're saying, Hamp. The only thing I was going to say is he said all of that, and after he made a very declarative statement. Okay, so
I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But Fatty's point was made.
I'm sorry, but
go.
He said all of that after he made a very declarative statement that equated to leadership being able to put hands on somebody. Okay,
and I'm never gonna stand for that.
Hold on, bruh, are you serious? Then he went on to describe it and to break it down and to go into the progression of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But before that, the first thing that he said was very clear, and was very clear that he said, if we're going to revert back to old ways, y'all don't want us to be a leader, because if you want us to be a leader, then we should be able to put hands on you. That's what he said.
Okay, so this is why
Mike got the smoke, because we're talking about abuse.
Stop looking at the chat, please.
I'm still
talking.
Fatty.
I got Charlie. Actually, I got Charlie.
You're about to go to the alpha, right?
It's not even like this is why you want fake leaders, and you guys are actually want control of relationships. You will proper leader that does exactly what you want. Remember what Ali said. If our kid puts their hands on you, you want our lead to actually punish him. If another man puts their hands on you, disrespect you, like whatever, you want another man to actually put their hands on another man. This is current society. Everybody gets punished by their bad behavior. But as soon as a woman is inserted on that, I don't think we should be doing that. You guys are not against violence. You guys are not against leaders. No, 1 second. You are against women having consequences, because in real life, what happens is if I make a rule, everybody follows the rules. If I go to Nay and I'm beating her on the street, Amp and Ilkan Ali are going to fuck me up, because there's their moral duty, there's their contract, a societal contract that they have with community. They are going to defend you because you are weaker than me, and you guys are okay with that. If my kid puts my hand on you, you are okay with the dad saying, hey, I talk with you, you put your hands on your mother, I'll fuck you up. But as soon as we put the responsibility on a woman to play the same game, it's not over, it's not I don't know. You guys are telling people.
But do you understand, Fatty? It's man to man. It was man to man. Every example you gave was man to man.
It should never be man to a woman. Talk. Use your words.
Please, can you stop? I'm going to give you a personal example. My nephew is 12 years old. I am 6'2". My nephew is 5'11" by now at 12. Now he started to talk louder to his mom. Now he started actually to challenge her a little bit. A woman that was against violence all her life, all of a sudden understands why her uncles actually should say, hey man, give him a shake, put him on his place, because you don't do that shit to your mother. You understand that when it comes to kids. If somebody actually goes around and gropes my sister wants me to fight that motherfucker. I have to defend her honor. I have to actually put him on his place. So kids are okay. Male grown-ups are okay. But then you ask for leaders. And when I look at you, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? No, okay. The rules are, 1 second. The rules are for everybody. If you violate, there should be consequences. Man, kid, woman, extraterrestrial, whatever. If you guys want to do something like that, let's do it. But you are not above the law. You are not above punishment. You are not above repercussions. Go ahead.
Okay.
So you just said what Ali said, which is basically you should be able to put your hands on a woman.
Wait. No. I don't want to go there.
That's what I heard.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
Love. It's 5 seconds. It's 5 seconds. No, it's 5 seconds. Rules for me, but rules for D, but not for me. Either you want rules for everybody, or you don't want rules for nobody. Either you want leaders. And what leaders do is they tell the people that are below them what to do. As I say jump, you say how high. Either you want this alpha that you're talking about, because you was the one, Love. You said there's the lack of leaders in society. Either you want the leaders with the pros and the cons that they come associated with, or you want a beta male that is going to pamper you and is not going to do nothing, is not going to solve no problems, and then you can do whatever you want to do. Choose one.
Okay, all right. So
let Love go. Go ahead, Love.
You can have both.
All right, just Fatty. Can you just? Oh my God, I'm so exhausted. So the issue is. No, I said I'm exhausted. I didn't.
Yeah, I'm exhausted too. By you, I'm exhausted too. But I stay here because I'm a man.
Are you gonna keep on talking?
Absolutely not. Go ahead, lady. You got this.
This decorum is gone. Right, so the issue is that you're equating leadership initially from my lead with abuse and putting your hands on someone.
Okay.
Now, as a true leader and as a man, it has been stated on this panel so many times, your simple presence, your voice should enact change. Your immediate response should not be to put your hands on a child or a woman.
I didn't say that.
No, are you listening to what I just said?
I said progressionally. I will talk to you first.
No, that's not what I said. Fatty, you gotta let her finish.
Hey, Dana, shut the fuck up.
You have.
Whoa, that's what we're not gonna do. That's what we're not gonna do.
No, that's exactly what you're going to do. You are going to be quiet. I'm going to talk with her. You be quiet.
You don't talk to her like that.
No.
Okay, so you guys can talk by yourselves. Go ahead, guys. You got
it. Good. That's even better.
Hey, when you're finished, let me know.
That's ridiculous.
Didn't you want alphas and leaders?
Stop.
Didn't you want alphas and leaders? I'm put you in your place.
Stop. You ain't a leader. You a bitch.
Mute. That's the point. That's the point. I'm actually a bitch. That's totally fine. That's totally fair.
You a beta bitch. Mute.
I'm a beta. That's exactly what it is. It's totally fine. You see how I can react to that and not be on my feelings? It's fine. What I don't want you to do.
Engagement is off.
Dana's so crazy. Dana.
And you know what's funny? Tomorrow she's going to blame Jack Daniels again. This is not her being masculine. This is Jack Daniels, like she did with Trigger Mike. Love, please.
This is Johnny Walker, Blue Label, baby.
Love.
I have a question to pose.
Wait, let me finish.
I promise you I'm going to take 5 seconds. So Love.
Can y'all wrap this up?
It's very
but
serious.
No, Fatty, I was honestly still talking, and then
it's fine, but you are misrepresenting what we said.
No. I said on previous podcasts on this panel, men have said that, and it should be this way. You don't have to resort to hands immediately. It should be literally your presence as a man. your voice as a man. The immediate thing should not be immediately towards physicality. If you're a true leader.
That's what Ali said.
And so, right. So I don't want to be misrepresented, is all I'm saying then. So yes, we still want alphas.
So where do you
Alphas
disagree?
do not mean
Hold on, Fatty.
No, I'm asking where she disagrees because she's saying what she's agrees.
But you're asking while she's talking. I'm trying to hear what she's saying.
She's just repeating.
I'm trying to pause too. I'm trying to do the same thing. I feel you. Hold on, player. Hold on.
Okay, I'll be quiet. I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you. I like you, by the way. I don't like Dana.
She don't like you either, but that's all right. Go ahead, love.
Go ahead, love. Tell us.
So alpha and the leaders are lacking because when a man immediately resorts to violence and physicality, that's because he doesn't own and rest in his masculinity and his alpha, honestly. And so you immediately go to the hands. You immediately go to physicality when your simple presence, just like men talked about femininity, it's just something when you walk into the room, you can feel the femininity. And it was also equated to the alpha. When the alpha man walks into the room, you can just know and just feel it. And you own it, you possess it. And so when you say something to a child, sit down. A father can say sit down without saying shut the F up or sit the F down. Sit down. And the child will sit down. Now, if another grown man is involved and he tries to put his hands on me, absolutely, because that's already the art of war between men. That's been established on this podcast before too. So we've never said, yes, we still want alphas. We still want leaders. We don't want abusers.
Okay, so this is why I ask you to explain what you mean by alphas. In nature, alphas are takers. Alphas will delete, alphas will grape, alphas will do anything at their disposal to get the results they want. Betas are more compliant. They will actually defer to women. They will.
Did you say rape? I'm sorry. Did you say rape? I'm asking.
Yes. When I say in nature, let's go to the cave age, right? Like our predecessors, right? Alpha is the dominant lion. It kills all the cubs from the former alpha. It doesn't want to share authority. He's actually ruthless. He's a person that will always put himself first because that alphas used to do. A beta is more compassionate. A beta will defer more. A beta will put you first. A beta will actually put you on a pedestal. So what I'm telling you is that when you choose an alpha, be careful with all the consequences that comes with the alpha, because it's more probable, that is more probable than alpha says, I love you, and then he goes on a business trip, sees nay and fuck nay. A beta will say, oh my God, I love you.
Watch it.
No, nay. It's not about you. It's about the alpha per se and his predispositions. Okay. A beta will say, oh my God, I love love so much. I miss her. I can't wait to go back.
Don't forget, we were using alpha and leaders synonymously. Don't forget.
So 1 second. My question is that we agree with you that it shouldn't be direct to violence. It should be a slow burn, right? The temperature increases and increases and increases, and when all the options are done and we can fix that, now we go to a physical type of threat, right? Where do you disagree with me? Because you talked, but I didn't understand where was the disagreement. You kind of agree with me, right? So where is the disagreement?
I use alpha. Go ahead.
No. It's to you, love. What was the disagreement? Since you wanted to actually correct whatever we said, we don't believe that violence is the first. Is a gradual ramp up. Where do you disagree with us?
Well, I disagreed because that's the first thing Ali said. Then he decided to clarify and put a lot of caveats into it. So I disagree at the beginning. So right now, what I don't agree with you on is alphas and nature and rapists and killing and all that.
You guys are doing this on purpose, not right now. Not right now. You guys are actually doing this on purpose. Because you know what's funny? You don't disagree with nothing that the man said. Nothing. You believe in actually ramping up when things are not being solved by talking. You agree with him. You just want to make him look bad. And when I ask you, what do you disagree? You said, I agree with the clarification. So you agree with him. So what are we wasting time?
I mean, I feel like if you're leading that woman effectively and she's going to in turn listen, So there'd be no reason for you to feel like you have to ramp it up and put your hands on her.
Yes.
At any point.
There's some women that are hyper masculine. They will never shut up. They will always try to push our buttons. You have Dan over here.
So why do you choose that woman then? Why do you choose to go after that woman?
That's my point. If I choose a woman like that and I don't leave, that's my fault. Why do you keep choosing these men that actually ramp up? Like, why do you keep choosing him? This is my point exactly. We men are ready to take accountability for the bullshit that we do. It's fine.
But if you feel like these women are hyper aggressive, and maybe they're alpha women, why are men choosing those type of women then as well? If they feel like they're not going to be able to follow suit and listen.
Because imagine if a guy chooses to date Dana, hey bro, you know where you came from. You have hundreds of hours of film on her. She's aggressive. She flips on people. If you date her, you actually are at fault. It's fine. So when you see one of these guys that has 73 bitches around him trying to get all at him, and he's the ladies' man and the playboy, and just because he has a nice suit or has a nice job, you still try to chase him, whose responsibility it is? It's yours. I play the same game. I'm actually very fair. If you actually choose to be impregnated by the guy that has 4 baby mamas like my sister did, she decided to have a kid with the man that had 4 baby mamas, thinking that she was going to be the one. It's your responsibility. You messed up. The first one, that's the man's fault. The third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, I'm sorry. Take accountability. Be strong like you say you are. Be actually thoughtful like you actually believe that women are, and take the L. That's your responsibility. Let's actually take accountability for both. Not just men being, you are the leaders, you are the leaders, you are the leaders. And when I ask you if I'm the leader, follow me. And you say, nope, I'll do whatever I want. That doesn't work.
So
what I'm
not going to do is sit idly and listen to men defending abuse.
You saw nobody's going to say nothing.
Fatty, please let me finish.
No woman is going to say
I don't have to respond to what you said.
Fatty.
I can talk
no
without
woman
responding
is going to defend.
Fatty, you know we were all quiet while you were talking. Let Dana talk.
So no woman is going to defend.
But Fatty, but you can come in a second though. She was the whole time you were talking, she was quiet.
I don't have to respond to what you said.
I
let you speak. I don't have to respond to what you said.
You guys
I don't have to respond to what you said. I don't have to respond to what you said.
Nobody's defending abuse.
To be fair, Fatty, she hadn't said anything.
No, but hey,
but she wasn't even talking though.
Fatty, can you please?
Yeah, the whole time you spoke, she was actually quiet, listening to you so she can respond.
But she's lying. That's the point. You guys are going to let her lie.
So then rebut her statement after she speaks. You jumping in
here and say that, like, let men defend abuse.
It's a Fatty show. I'm quiet.
Thank you right now. Who is going to like?
It is
the same,
like
the same way.
No, but she honestly let you talk, and she was just trying to talk.
This is not how I want to bring my birthday.
Like you were quiet, Dana. You were quiet. You allowed him to speak. You gave him that much respect. So we're trying to operate like that. So go ahead, Fatty. Hold on, let her speak. So we want to hear what she got to say.
Okay, you can lie on us. The sister who is protecting you. Go ahead, Dana. You got this. Lie on us. Tell us that you are defending abuse.
No, Fatty, you got to let her talk. Hamp, I don't know where Hamp is at, but at some point,
why don't you mute me?
Probably watching us go back and forth.
If I had the ability to mute you, I would have a long time.
So you're not the moderator on the show, right?
I'm not the moderator. Hamp has
this is the women's POV though, but still, we want respect. We're giving respect. We give him respect. So allow her to speak.
Go ahead, Dana. Lie on us and say that you are promoting abuse. You got this.
Okay, here I go. Ready?
No.
So,
my God.
So what I'm not going to do is sit on this show because you had a lot to say, Fatty, and I'm not asking you to respond right this second. You had a lot to say, but what stood out to me the most was you defending abuse. You said that there are consequences if things get to a certain point, yada, 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 so on and so forth. You can have whatever expression you want, but if we roll the tape back, the tape is going to say exactly what I'm saying. And so I'm not sitting here for that. I'm not standing for it. It's like you can't justify it. You can't defend it. And the way that you and your cohort, the way that you guys are trying to make it sound like it's normal, and trying to, I don't know, again, conflate leadership with physical abuse, whether it's the women or the children or whomever. It's asinine and it's insane to me, and I cannot be a part of that. So what I was going to say before you interrupted is that I'll say nothing else, because I'm not going to participate in that sort of conversation at all.
Okay, so Tay, did we promote abuse? Yes or no?
Did I what now? Say it again.
Did we as men promote abuse and abusing women? Yes or no?
Are you promoting abuse?
Yeah, if Dana said that we are promoting abuse, right? Did we promote abuse towards women? Yes or no?
In the context that she used, yes, because you guys were saying if a woman gets out of line, then you'll hit her. That's what everybody heard.
Okay, that's fair.
But I mean, I hear what you were saying, like backing it up. You guys were, well, the point you were trying to make was, do we need to go back to the old ways? I don't know what the old ways were. I didn't live in those times, but if we're talking about cave days, then that means everything's gonna have to change, not just men. You know what I mean? Women are gonna have to change too. Like, meaning we can't work. We got to go home, and we have to be home with the children. We got to like that. So I don't think that was a good. We shouldn't be going down that path. What I want to bring into the light is that in a marriage or relationship leading to marriage, I think there's compromise needed on both ends. And what I've gathered from my intelligent conversations with the men that I respect in my life is that men need respect and women need love. Do you agree with that?
I'm defending eating woman, so I don't know what to talk about love and shit.
But I mean, okay. So do you agree?
No. We are not going to move. You guys want to move past that? If you guys are telling that man that came here, with all the respect, I know I picked on Dana, but I wasn't disrespectful for you guys. You accusing a man of actually promoting eating woman is a very serious accusation. So if you're going to side with Dana and say that we said that, there's no conversation to be had. I'm not going to actually have a conversation in good faith when you know for a fact that I literally told, if a guy is putting an hand on Nay, I will whoop his ass because he doesn't put a hand on a woman like that. If your kid puts the hands on Nay, I will check him because he can be putting his hands on a woman. But now you are telling me that I'm defending eating a woman when there was not the point at all. Be honest about it, please. If you're not going to be honest about it, I'm not going to continue talking about love and shit when you're not willing to be honest about what I said.
Fatty, can I interject real quick, because I feel like there's a misunderstanding here, because the initial comment was made by your cohort. It was made by Ali, but it seems as though you supported it and backed it up because you were trying to explain it on his behalf. You didn't say it yourself out of your own mouth, but he did. So and you hold on, but you supported it and defended it.
Yes.
You didn't shame him. You didn't try to bring more understanding to the conversation. There wasn't anything other than you defending what he said, and that's the problem that I'm having right now.
Okay. So I don't know if you noticed when Love was talking about it, Love literally said the first statement sounded wrong. But then when he actually expanded and clarified, now I understand what he's talking about. And I asked Love, what do you disagree? And she actually didn't say what she disagrees. Sounds like she actually agrees. Again, she doesn't. We expounded on it. I get it sounds rough, but we actually explain why we said what we said. Ask Love, you are doing this whole Tell me, what am I wrong? What do you disagree with what we said? It was actually very easy to understand. So I
beat the hell out of this topic. Honestly, we did. We beat the hell out of this topic. And it's time to move on to the next topic. We didn't even really touch upon the question that was scrolling across the screen. And at this point, I don't even know if we can, because at this point, you're not even taking it seriously, Fatty.
There's 8 people on the panel. You guys can carry the show. Then I've been drinking Jack Daniels for the whole show.
So it doesn't matter. And you're being very facetious.
So me sober is me that is not going to actually allow to show to continue. But then being drunk and saying that we
You're deflecting. That has nothing to do
No, I'm
with
not
her being
deflecting.
drunk.
I'm
Like,
telling
who cares
that
about her being drunk right now?
She's not drunk.
You
She's
actually,
not drunk.
and she's not even drunk. I can tell she's not drunk. Trust, because you'd have been a whole bunch more bees.
First of all, Fatty, you and these filters. Are you even taking the show serious right now?
I was taking the show serious until you guys said that we are promoting eating woman. After that, either you refrain from that, or I'm going to actually fuck up because there's nothing left to talk about that.
Then you need to mind the company that you keep, because that's what happened. I didn't.
Yeah, Ali said it, and you didn't like rebut what he said.
I didn't make that up. I'm not drunk.
Everybody agrees with that.
Ali came back to rebut it real fast. So
go ahead, Ali. Say what you had to say.
So this is a clear example of what our women are doing in society, and why y'all aligning with the Queen Makers and the Cynthia G's and all these women that's promoting the deletion of black men, that's promoting the false narrative of black men. We're violent. We're the leaders. We're grapers. We're murderers. This is what y'all promoting all the time when accountability has to happen. I told you and I asked you if you wanted to go back to a society where men were in full authority. If you didn't listen, he corrected. If you still didn't listen, he redirected. If you then still didn't listen, I'm saying men, women, and children, then he got physical. And if he had to get physical, then he could possibly take out. That's the saying, take you out of here. That's the saying, y'all might have said it to your kids when you felt a certain type of way. I brought you into this world, I can take you out. What y'all doing right now is extremely disrespectful, and it's dangerous. The fact that you'll say we promoting violence when we said exactly what we said. Nobody supports us because we promote violence. Nobody would be with Ali and Fatty if we promoted violence on the people and we promoted stuff like that towards women and say, hey, we should just be violent towards people. What's funny is women and men that the beta men y'all like, they'll support your narrative too. If they don't like an alpha man or a dominant man or men like Fatty or Ali, they'll lie and push that narrative as well too. But the fact y'all know, you've seen me before, you know me. The fact that you'll keep pushing it after he even said exactly what I said and you heard what I said it shows how dangerous our women are even to us. And y'all have sons, y'all have brothers, y'all have fathers, uncle, grandfathers, and men in your families that you'll even allow other women to support this narrative when it's convenient, when you have to be accountable. So I'll just say that. Say what you want to say when if you're being truthful, say it. I'll own it. But when you're being disingenuous and go this far to say that we're promoting that, it's extremely dangerous, and it says a lot about our community and what black women do. Not the ratchet black woman, not the so-called thotty black woman, the classy black women, the so-called good women, the educated black women are doing this. Not the worst of our women. Well, they do it too, but y'all supposed to be the good ones.
Ali,
I'm sorry. Where did hidden women even come from? Let's get in savings, honey. I'm sorry.
What you're saying is true. What you're saying is the words that have been spoken are damaging. They can do real harm to your reputation, to your career, to all of those things. But we're not accusing you of these things. We are responding to the things that you all have said. So let's be very clear. We're not making
hold on,
Ali.
So say what I said.
Can I finish?
What I said. Of course.
I'm not going to do what you told me to do. Can I finish what I'm saying?
This is what I'll do. I'll never come on this panel again. I'm going to say this again. I'm not going on panels when people are doing this. It's one thing for us to disagree and butt heads and not agree. I didn't say none of y'all were just horrible women. As much as men come on here and y'all how nasty and disrespectful y'all can be on men, to men, we still have conversations. We took this to have a conversation in good faith. You're taking it somewhere else.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you.
But you're saying I promote abuse. You're saying I promote abuse. That's what you said. And then other ladies co-sign that. Do I promote abuse to women?
We all didn't co-sign that.
Ali, you did.
I'm asking y'all, do I promote? Yes. So I promote abuse to women.
The statement that you made seemingly promoted it.
How? Y'all said y'all fine with men being violent towards men and your sons. So do y'all promote violence?
You equated leadership with alpha. You equated leadership, alpha, abuse. You said the same thing. It's all the same thing.
Let's say I did.
You're a leader. You're an alpha.
Okay, so let's say I did. When y'all accepted it happening to men and boys, do you promote violence then?
No. Not at all.
We didn't even say that because when you were gone, I really said,
if all the women sit here and say this, y'all not having a conversation.
I literally
stopped us when we said that.
This was dangerous about our society. This was dangerous about our society.
When did you stop us when we said if a man puts the hands on you or rape you or grope you?
He said a child. He said a child.
No, okay. Ali.
Love said. She said
Ali,
It's
that's
not okay
actually-
against
no,
kids either.
Ali,
She
that's
said
actually
it's not
perfect.
okay against kids either because that
They
kind
said
of
abuse. You could
You said
pop somebody,
daughter.
but it ain't
said
like
daughter.
abuse.
Come
Like
on.
No,
you,
this was
where you
saying-
spoke to is abuse.
No, Nay said if you was a boy, that's okay. If he's a girl, she changed her mind. My question is simple, okay? Well, let's be fair. If a man gropes you on the street and I'm your boyfriend, do you want me to put his hands on him and check that motherfucker, or you want me to say, "Hey man, what do you want me to do?"
I was just assaulted. You should definitely get him. I was just assaulted. You say a man on the street put his hands on me.
So,
Yes, I was
so-
assaulted. So you
okay,
should,
okay.
get him.
Okay, so what about you, Ro? Should I put my hands on him, or should I just say, "Hey, he's not causing no harm. Like I'm not going to check him." Should I put my hands on him or not?
You definitely should check him.
Okay, what about you, Nay?
Check him, yeah.
What about you, Tay?
We said this already. What though? We are.
What about you, Dana?
Like what?
Ask somebody else. I'm not participating in this
So,
conversation.
so let's leave Dan out of this. That was the point. You are okay for men to enact violence on another man or on kids because it doesn't affect you. But as
No.
soon as, oh my
No,
God,
but
you know
that-
how
we
real
always
this
say about
is?
Hey, Ham,
kids.
hey, Ham.
Ham,
After
didn't
you,
they say
Ham,
yes
Ham,
right now?
About
Hey,
kids
Ham,
right now.
Ham.
You
Yeah,
guys
and 1
said
second.
on
Didn't
the-
they say
Hold on.
yes
Hey,
right now?
Fatty,
Didn't you
hold
say
on.
that?
Hey,
No,
Ham.
Ali, please,
No,
Ali,
because he
please.
clarified, Fatty. He clarified. He made sure before he left, he clarified, and Dana went right back. After you clarified how I went through the certain transition from going from correction to redirection to being physical or deleting Hamp, Dana has made this show for the last 15. Ali promotes violence towards women. That's what she's went on, and the women co-signed it.
So I haven't missed much. We've been talking about the same thing.
Yes.
tried to
it
move
was
on
the,
a
I
long
promote
time ago,
I
yeah.
promote
I
violence
did.
You
towards
can't
women.
move on till you change the topic here.
No.
We're not moving
I
on.
tried,
Hey,
Ham.
Ham,
I
until
did.
this
God
is
knows
addressed.
I tried
to move
to.
on.
Until this is
I
addressed,
tried
this
to
is what
move
happens to men in real life. Men being accused of raping, men
Yeah.
accused of doing some things to women.
You ain't no
Dana
fucking
went on a
victim.
limb.
You
See
ain't
what
no
I'm saying?
fucking victim.
That's
Ali,
enough.
Ali, 1
That's
second.
enough. That's
What-
enough, Ali. That's not what happened.
What-
And
no,
you know,
what-
You're not a
you
fucking
just
victim.
came back
You're not
like,
gonna do that. You're not gonna.
So
You're not
right
gonna
now-
do
we
that.
all picked
Alright.
on
Alright.
you. Out of here.
You're not
with
gonna
that.
accuse me of
let's-
that shit. You're not
let's
gonna
level-
accuse me of that shit.
Right,
I'm
let's-
That's not.
accusing
let's-
That's not factual. Go ahead,
Hey,
man.
one
let's
second,
let's
one
level
second.
set because simply hold on because